Another episode of the Manchester United career mode. If you didn't see last episode, I made an announcement about how I will be going down to England on Saturday, the 17th of September for a week. So if you're watching on Twitch, it's a career mode marathon. If you're watching on YouTube, the schedule will be as normal. I'm going to be doing 14 episodes in 14 days. This is going to be recorded on Tuesday, the 12th or 13th. I don't remember the dates. It's the 13th today, and it'll be uploaded on Thursday the 15th. So there is you up to date. If you want the full announcement, I advise you to check last episode where we took on Galatasaray. We did a big announcement, a big kind of just, it's not really an announcement, but I just won't be here for the next week. So I won't be doing any recording for the next week, but it will all be recorded. It will all be uploaded. The schedule will hopefully continue as normal as best I can do it. So there is your announcement, and there is your notice, ladies and gentlemen. So taking a look at the news stories, we'll obviously take a look at the result last time as well, but it's kind of just spoiled it in this news story here. Nunez scores first goal of the season. Nunez scored for the first time of the season to push Manchester United to a 4-1 win against Galatasaray. The other goals in that one coming from Alexander, Bellingham and Fernandes to put the Turkish Giants back in their place. Realise that they're a big fish in a small pond, or a little fish in a big pond when it comes to the Champions League. Big fish in a small pond when it comes to the Turkish League. And as well, we had this as well. I checked this out last episode, but we'll read it again. Since the arrival of Elanga at Brighton, supporters have been relishing the player's outstanding ability. He's turned out to be an integral part of the team so far. I just hope he continues to impress, declared one excited fan. Potter added cheerfully, well, the fans seem happy, and if they're happy, that probably means you've done something right. Well, I mean, you've left for Chelsea now in real life, mate, so I don't know if you've done anything right. Manchester United triumphed in their latest tie in this year's UEFA Champions League in a tense match in which the favourites always looked the stronger of the two teams. They pulled off a 4-1 victory over Galatasaray, who, having done so far to make it this far in this competition, done so well to make it this far in the competition, I can't read, looked understandably to draw at the final whistle. Well, to be fair, which is better. But also, the Elanga thing, I did this last episode as well, but if you didn't see last episode, we'll check his stats and see if he's actually doing good, which I did last episode. And he is, he's only had 2 appearances, and he's only on 1 goal. So I don't really know how he's made an impact just yet. I mean, he still could, but he's 75 million and expecting him to start most of the games, aren't you? Expecting him to be your main man, your star man. But it is the way it is. So for this game, of course, we'll take on Everton, who do sit in 11th. They've not had the best of starts, obviously, but the Merseyside rivals have got the same points as them, and they're really a couple of goals behind on goal difference. Do I throw and give Everton the win to put them above Liverpool? Of course not. We'll go for the Premier League title. And it looks like this year our rivals will be our probably the most likely rivals, Manchester City. So we'll go Donnarumma in goal. Cucurella, Hakimi is fine. Guardiola, Meccano is fine. McTominay is fine. We're going to put Rashford on this right hand side because Alexander is a little tired, but we'll have Alexander available. I'm actually going to go one striker, sorry. I should have maybe not fucked up the whole team. We're going to go one striker. That one striker today will be Aussie, man. Where's Donnarumma? Am I blind or just dumb? I'm both, I guess. There we go. Hakimi, Cucurella, Bruno will slot in here alongside. I was going to have it alongside Bellingham, but he's tired. I will have it alongside Bellingham and have Van de Beek on the bench. Potentially. Where is Van de Beek? Why is he on the fucking left? I had to change that in the main menu, really, but I can't be bothered, so I don't. We'll have Nunez have a little set out this game. He did well last game, but we'll give him a rest, and we'll give Benzema maybe some shine on this pitch, this episode. We'll rotate the bench a little bit. We do need a centre-back on there, really, don't we? Just on the off chance. Will Cucurella be 5 to 4, 90. Maguire can go there. Alexander, Benzema, Ronaldo. I think that's us. Not missing anyone significant on my. Nunez obviously going to have a rest. LaCroix going to have a rest. Well, LaCroix didn't really need to rest because he didn't really play, but you get a point. Captaincy will go to Bruno. and we will get into announcing the lineup. So, for this game, we've got Donnarumma in goal, Cucurella and Hakimi as the full-backs, Guardiola and Upamecano as the centre-backs, McTominay, CDM, Bellingham and Fernandes as centre midfield options. Fernandes will captain the side and play just a little bit ahead of Jude Bellingham today. Sancho left mid, Rashford right mid, and up front will be Victor Osimhen. And we're really hoping the goals could come soon. Really hoping the goals will fly in eventually. But I've just realised who's on the enemy team, the opposing team. It is Kramaric. He is a little bastard against us. He always seems to bang goals in against us on career mode, but even bigger, even more annoying is they've got Dean Henderson in goal. I forgot I sold him to Everton, but I did want to get rid of him, so it's my own fault if he has a masterclass today. Henderson in between the sticks for Everton. Mikolenko and Castillo as the fullbacks. Mina and Keane as the centre-backs. McNeil, CDM. Not really sure how McNeil is going to work at CDM, but we'll figure that out, I guess, as the game goes. Trigueros and Ben Yedder as the centre mids. I don't understand. Ben Yedder captain inside, but I don't understand. Doucouré will be right wing. Why does FIFA do this? Demarai Gray left wing and then Kramaric up top. I don't understand why it's like it puts him in a hat and just randomises the positions. It's so stupid, but whatever. But anyway, getting into this game, Old Trafford. We need to keep winning to keep with City. Who is City playing actually before we do go in? We don't know. It's only West Ham on the goal news, so we'll figure that out after. Let's get to it though. Gone with a very strong squad today that should put the hurting on Everton, but of course Kramaric will score today. I can guarantee that. I guarantee you Kramaric gets a goal. I don't want to do a long shot practice. I'm sick of shooting on these ones. Like, can I get some new ones?
All eyes on one man. Facing his former club, he'll want to make a point. Live on EA TV. Well, it's a beautiful day for football. No complaints whatsoever on that front here at Old Trafford. I'm Derek Ray, and keeping me company in the commentary box today is, of course, Stuart Robson. And it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It is Manchester United versus Everton.
Well, thanks, Derek, as always. The scene is set, two good teams, a great playing surface, and a vibrant atmosphere. It has all the ingredients for a really exciting game.
He has very much been the talk of the town going into this match, facing his former club, facing his past, and that's not always straightforward, is it, Stuart?
Well, it can work either way. Some players are inspired and play really well, some feel overawed. I hope for his sake it's the first.
The lineup for Manchester United. And here's how Everton line up. Yerry Mina starts alongside Michael Keane in central defence. And rather than use a strike partnership, they've gone with...
They don't have a strongest team at Everton, but they've all got them in the wrong place. So...
Enjoy the match.
Let's focus up and get these points and keep this title race as tight as it can be. We do, of course, not want another loss against the team in blue. Last time we lost in the Premier League, of course, it was to Leicester. 3-0, and they were very strong, to be fair. I'll give Leicester their credit. They've strengthened well for this season. I'm wondering if... okay, McTominay's been a bit rude there to Kramaric. I wonder if Everton have done a similar thing. I don't really want Rashford here. I'd rather have Alexander. Of course, he is a little bit tired, so he will pop on second half for a bit of a spell, I reckon. Osimhen, no to Sancho. Floating that towards Fernandes. It's not going to occur on that occasion. Wins the header. It's going to come back to Cucurella.
Osimhen.
Aussie men, we're looking a bit dangerous to kick off proceedings here. Bruno, Bellingham. Oh, he's coming alive this season. He is coming alive this season. Jude Bellingham, he is bringing it. I did say maybe we should have replaced him at the start of the season for someone who's just a bit higher rated that'll get the job done. I stuck with Bellingham, I stuck with my guns, and he is providing a lot this season.
Just so assured, waiting for the right moment, and from there he never looked like missing. That's a lovely goal.
Great finish from Jude Bellingham to get us an early lead against Everton. And if he's performing, we may be in dreamland this season. Jude Bellingham was one of the ones I was a little concerned about at the start of the season, but he has started off like a house on fire. He's gone up an overall, scored in the Europa League game against Galatasaray, and he opens the scoring here in the Premier League. And that's kind of why I want to go one striker. I want to give a bit more time to the midfielders, to the Bellinghams, to the Van de Beeks of this team, because it always just seems to be Bruno who starts, and I can't give time to Bellingham or Donny. And if I go the one striker, I know it cuts out a couple of striking options, but it means that players like Bellingham and Donny can get a bit more time to grow, a bit more time to pick up some form this season. Bruno can play through to Aussie men. For Man United player, Dean Henderson pulls out the save. I didn't know if it was offside, so I kind of just shot it, to be honest with you. I don't know if I mistimed it. It's a good save, and Bruno Fernandes will aim for Upamecano here, just so you know. He's got to Gvardiol instead. Both men have gone for it. Rashford picks up on the edge of the box. That's got to be a foul. We'll take that one. Yellow card as well for Trigueros.
We're going to see the first yellow card of the game.
I don't know if he'll score the ensuing free kick.
Well, he's under pressure now. It's a long time to be on a booking.
But it is a good chance on the edge of the area here to go 2-0 up early against Everton. We need as many goals as we can against Everton, because bloody Kramaric will go bag a hat-trick out of nowhere. He's got that quality against us for some reason. I think he's the guy who scored the most against us in this career mode.
Oh, he's gone for goal.
I've hit it straight at the wall, but it could still bounce in. Dean Henderson's done. Dean Henderson nearly messed up big time there, and he has messed up big time there. Still thinks he's playing for Man United. Throws at Kukureya, but Tomine can't keep the possession. Ahead of McNeil.
This might be ideal for the
And this could be a problem for Everton, or for us. Everton are going to look for a counter here. It will be cut by Gvardiol, and we'll get it gone. But for a second there, I thought Henderson had gifted us a goal. I know he doesn't play for us anymore, but I thought maybe he did still. Rashford. Aussie men. I can't remember his name for a second there. Why can't I remember Aussie men? Bellingham. Rashford into Aussie men. Bruno. It's not the greatest layoff from Victor Aussie men. And that also wasn't from McTominay. I'm a bit shtick now. Bellingham. Aussie men. Can't get the knock on. Maybe in trouble here. And once again, Everton on the counter. Defending is not our forte, as you can see. Mikolenko has space left. Hakimi's kind of left it open for him. And he's gone around Hakimi. It's blocked by Bellingham. Bellingham's there again. He's just all over the pitch. Jude Bellingham. A good day so far. McTominay to Rashford. Might have to just take this on himself here.
Couldn't keep it.
I wanted Ozyman to be a little faster, to be honest. I know he can be. Ozyman, we haven't seen what we saw last season out of him just yet, and it's not too concerning because we do have goals coming from elsewhere, but we do want Ozyman to hit that next gear very, very soon. And we won't be worried about goals for the rest of the season. Hakimi blocks Damari Gray from making a run in for Everton. Corner to the blue side of Merseyside. McNeil will whip this one in towards Yerry Mina. It's headed away, kinda. It's not really fully away. Aussie men could bring it out. We could go for a counter now. Rashi, Bruno on a run here. He's not the fastest, and he's not going to get around Mikolenko that easily. Bellingham tried to slot it through, couldn't do it in time, and we have had the attack break down there. That could be slotted through to Rashford. I wouldn't be surprised if it was 2-0. Hakimi blocks Demarai Gray and then off balance passes it straight to the Everton man, and it could lead to a goal. Donnarumma, a good save from Kramaric, who's offside anyway, but it's a solid save. Donnarumma out to Upamecano. I think Donnarumma, I know he had a bit of a shocker against Liverpool in his first game at the Community Shield, and I know he did concede against Sheffield United, but I think he's really adjusting now, and Aussie men will get back among the goals. If they're going to leave it that far open, how am I meant to say no? How am I meant to decline that? Rashford has got the easiest pass in the world to play, which he does. Aussie men was just left wide open.
Well, as you can see,
I don't understand it. What has gone on here? He's left Aussie men behind. Nobody is marking Aussie men. The man who was has buggered off. I think it was Michael. No, it wasn't Michael Keane. Who was it? Was it Mikolenko? Either way, Aussie men is unmarked. It might have been Yerry Mina. One of those 4 Everton defenders has left Aussie men unmarked, and it has ended up in a goal. A 2-0 lead here at Old Trafford. I know Aussie Men's not in his best scoring form so far this season, but he can pick it up at any point. A goal will come out of him, whether you like it or not, eventually. And if you're going to leave him unmarked, then it's going to happen sooner rather than later. Rashford, Bellingham, Fernandes. Oh, off that post. Was it saved by Dean Henderson onto the post, or was it just off the post? It's gone through the defender. Henderson's gone over it somehow. I think maybe he knew, but it hit the post. It was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Castillo. McNeil. Here's Ben Yedder.
Everton really looking for a route back in this now. 2-0 down and outclassed thus far. All they need to do is get the ball to Kramaric. Trigueros absolutely mishit that, off balance and off target.
Well, needed to score there. That may just have given them some hope. Well, there it is. United have had most of the ball and have used it really well today, particularly in the midfield areas. And I expect more.
You have been the better team. Donnarumma to Cucurella. There have been like half chances for Everton, but nothing concrete, which is exactly what we want. We want to keep Kramaric quiet, especially. Annoying.
United being afforded too much space.
Marcus Rashford takes it around Mikolenko. Aussie man. Oh, it's saved brilliantly by Dean Henderson. I've got to give credit. I know he's not been the best player for us, but I'll give credit where credit's due. That's a great save to deny Aussie man his second of the day. Bellingham, Rashford might be offside. He isn't. Back to Bellingham. Aussie man. It's blocked. Aussie man again. It's blocked again. We'll take the corner. We ready? Rashford. I'm going to aim this for Aussie men.
Who can he pick out?
Of course, it doesn't go to Aussie men. Upamecano. We're all going for it. Why does everyone want to go for it at the same time? I know it was meant for Aussie men, but if it's going to another player, Aussie men, you have to go in and get it.
Scott McTominay.
McTominay to Bruno.
Sancho.
Sancho turns his man.
Well,
And forcing our save out Henderson. It's a good save. Outstretched him. He showed more agility than he ever showed at Man United. Rashi.
Trying to deliver
Knocking it towards Gvardiol, who was the target this time, and it's not going to be the cleanest of connections. He was under pressure. Bellingham to Fernandes. He's knocked it to Gvardiol. Still, who's, I don't know why he's still up there, to be fair. Cucurella gets in the way. Tomine. Bruno. Aussie man. Blocked by Mina. Will it come off? Has it come off Aussie men last, or will it be a corner? I think it might come off the Nigerian last, unfortunately.
Trying to pick out a teammate.
Rashford to Aussie men. Oh, Hendo again.
Excellent goalkeeping.
Like I said, I'll give credit where credit is due. Put some good saves today to prevent Everton being more than 2-0 down. That is half-time, ref.
Problems for the defenders.
I don't know if you've noticed, the timer,
That will
mate.
do it for the first
2-0 at the
half
break.
of
It could be
Theatre
way
of
more,
Dreams.
but our forward players prevented us from getting that.
Well, we're picking him out for a reason. He's having a tremendous game in attack, Stuart.
Yeah, he's been brilliant, hasn't he? He looks such a threat every time he gets the ball. And, of course, he scored a very good goal.
Bellingham and Aussie men giving us a 2-0 lead at the break. But like I said,
Osimhen.
probably for Henderson it could have been 4 or 5. And I'm kind of annoyed it ain't, to be honest. We need that goal difference. West Brom leading West Ham 1-0 in the other game today. Aston Villa play Manchester City later. Come on, Aston Villa, do us a solid, mate. Also, whoever's playing Leicester, do us a solid. Should mention too. 72 to 28 turns possession, 12 shots to 1, 4.7 expected goals, so 0.9. We're running rampant. We are in complete control. And I don't see how Everton will get back into this, but they do have Kramaric still. Remember that.
And back underway. No sugarcoating it. There was a big gulf between the sides in the first half. Will we see a response from Everton?
Rashi will keep that in. Play it off to Meccano, and Everton have given us the ball already again. I'm happy. I'm content just to chill, to be honest with you.
Osimhen.
We are looking fantastic. Bruno.
has it. And
Aussie
United
men
couldn't
will not
keep
get the ball back
possession.
because it's passing time. And Kukureya's up position.
Trigueros.
We are in a bit of shtick here. Can't lie.
What a genuine
Never mind.
opportunity.
Ben Yedder
But it
can't
was
keep it on the
squandered.
pitch, and
Goal
we are
kick.
fine.
Not to be too blunt about
For a
it,
second, I
Stuart,
was a
but
little
this
concerned.
has been a struggle for him up front.
Yeah, he's struggled to get on the ball in dangerous areas. You can argue the service hasn't been good,
Donnarumma.
but I don't think
To
his
Gavardiol.
movement has been dynamic as it normally is.
Kukureya.
He needs to improve here.
Just a
Sancho
reminder, we have more absorbing
slips it in.
action from the
Kukureya still
Premier
making his
League
run.
coming your way here on
And of course, it's
EA
locked
TV.
onto Bruno.
It's
I don't know
Manchester
why it
United
would, but
facing
fair enough, I guess.
Southampton.
Well, the fixtures are coming thick and fast.
And I can't
Should be
move
a
because
good
Kukureya
game,
is still
that.
stuck in
Hopefully I've
Castillo.
not just
I'm so
given it-
confused about this game. And now Trigueros will probably score. Good save from Donnarumma. Trigueros had all the time in the world. I don't understand why my team suddenly fucking decides to be idiots. Corner to Everton, possibly a first change. Will it be a first change? It doesn't look like it. We'll be considering some changes quite soon as well, just to freshen things up a little.
Playing it in. Defensive excellence.
Off the
there.
line by Hakimi. I think Yerry Mina, the man who won the header there for Everton. Not Kukureya.
That is how to apply the pressure.
It was actually Doucouré, I believe, that actually got the header. I
Bellingham.
don't remember shirt numbers. To be honest with you, Bellingham,
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno,
Osimhen.
Aussie men through to Bellingham, and it could be a second of the day here. Jude fucking Bellingham is coming to the forefront of this Manchester United side. And I was honestly considering taking him off for Donny, but I think it might have to be Bruno. I think Bruno might have to make way for Donny pretty soon because Bellingham is on fire. And your defence is terrified. Henderson gets hands to it, but it ain't enough to prevent a goal. I think I'm going to enjoy this career mode grind.
So the action underway once more.
3-0 United
To look as though it's
and
a case of
Everton.
how many
Even
for
though they've
United.
tried to muster something at the start of the second half, it looks like it won't be enough even if they do score. Kramaric tackled by Meccano, and he's been kept silent today. It's exactly one of the things we want to do, because he always seems to be a bloody pain in the arse against us. Jude Bellingham today,
Osimhen.
world class. But I know what he can bring, and today he's brought it.
Victor Osimhen.
And he could go for the hat trick here.
Tomine.
The ball didn't go to him for some reason. That's not where I've aimed it either.
They really look after the ball when they have it.
McTominay, try to find a route through here. Anyone try to find a route through.
Rashford. Hakimi.
Bit dodgy there. Hakimi's just going to deliver it to Aussie men.
Right on the header.
Thought it was going to be 4. I want to bring Bellingham off because he's more tired, but he's been fucking wonderful today, so we're actually going to be stupid and bring off Bruno. And we're also going to bring on Benzema up top for the final furlong, I think. I try to give as many strikers as many opportunities as I can, but it's not easy. Victor Osimhen and Bruno Fernandes will make way for Karim Benzema and Donny van de Beek. I don't know how Karim Benzema will really work in a one striker, but it's fine. I also don't know why Tchouaméni wasn't starting for Everton, but Tchouaméni has now come on for Trigueros. Cucurella wins the header. Jadon Sancho. Donny van de Beek.
Well, sitting deep like this
On to
might be a
Bellingham.
dangerous
Rashford
game.
out wide.
And
Back in
Bellingham,
to Bellingham.
Van de Beek.
Donny. Oh, I've
Here's
done it too
Sancho.
late.
And offside it is.
I saw the run, but I released the ball too late. I'm an idiot. That's purely my fault. If only I had eyes that moved faster, you get me.
Time for a change then.
Abdoulaye Doucouré for Leandro Trossard. Didn't know he'd sign for Everton, but fair enough. Trossard will make that move on the right wing. I have absolutely no idea why Doucouré started on the right wing and why he was continuing to be played on the right wing throughout the match. That is on the Everton coach to figure that one out, Frank Lampard. I don't know if he's coaching this career mode because I can't remember when he joined, but not the smartest idea. Benzema to Donny. Against his former loan club, he makes it 4. And we are absolutely flying here in the Premier League. This is what we needed. We needed a big win. After some of these gritty games, we needed a big win.
Well, here you can see what a good goal this is. He hits it so cleanly and the keeper has no chance. That's a great strike.
Dean Henderson had a couple of good saves, but we have been about it today, and we have been all around it. And we have been brilliant. We have been world class.
Well,
Donny van de Beek getting the 69th minute early. Let's go. Sancho intercepts the ball going to Trossard, and I don't really know what else to do. We've done
superb effort to
what we
keep
need
it
to
in.
do. Is it just how many goals can we score now, I guess? Cucurella coming in off the left.
Van de Beek.
Van de Beek fouled, but the game has decided not to give it. Donny. Bellingham.
Is it going to be? Well, he clearly wants to complete
Bellingham
his
looking for his hat-trick.
Well, he's been fantastic
Not
up
quite
there.
the shot that
I
will
think
get
it's
him
gonna
it.
come if he gets another opportunity.
I thought it might deflect off Mina. I don't really have any worries. They may get one goal. And by the sound of it, it looks like they may have some audio
Cross
problems.
into the
But
middle. Struggling to get it away.
I ain't really too worried about the
Well,
3
they
points
survived
slipping
the
away
attack.
now. I think we've got it quite cut and dry.
And into the last 15
Rashford.
minutes of action.
To Hakimi.
Hakimi. And a good-looking ball.
Sancho,
Well cleared
oh,
away.
Sancho was the man there. He got into the space as well, but the defender got in the way just in time to prevent it from going to the Englishman.
McNeil. And Kramaric on the ball.
Cucurella does enough. It's going to roll to Donnarumma. I'm going to make our final substitution. I know I've thrown it, so we'll go straight to Cucurella, but we're going to bring in Alexander for a little spell here at the end. Rashford's been solid today, by the way. Rashford's been one of the better ones. In fact, I don't think there's been... You can't really say he's a bad player to 4-0. De Gea might get automatically put a bit lower purely because he's had nothing to do all day. A couple of
Sancho now.
half saves to make, nothing really
Benzema.
concrete. Benzema. Really want Bellingham to make run through the gap there. He hasn't done that. Bellingham, Sancho, Benzema, target, can't control the ball.
This might be
Everton
the
win it
perfect
back.
counter-attacking opportunity.
I do want to be,
Well, they
yep,
seem
I
to
want
be
to be
onto
Upamecano
something
a little
positive,
earlier
but
there,
it
but it's
faded
done the
away.
trick eventually. He's got the ball away from Kramaric, McTominay, Donny van de Beek
Sancho.
to Jadon Sancho. Now about this, a bit of space.
Cuts it
Try to
back.
draw the penalty. Donny. Oh, it's a save from Henderson. Could have been 5. So fun when the audio messes up when it doesn't need to, but that's a story for another time. Although it's been a story for every time.
Here's a change for
5 minutes remain. Finlay Alexander will get a little bit of time on the pitch. And we will wrap up this game, hopefully, with a clean sheet. But it might give him a consolation like the Galatasaray. So I ain't holding out hope. And Everton will also make a change here later on. Michael Keane going to come off for Cesar Azpilicueta. Not the name I really expected to show up there. But Azpilicueta has signed for another kind of blue. And it could be a good change for Everton. Towards Upamecano. Could have fought to Gvardiol. Knock it back to Bellingham. Can't get the ball through. McTominay. Oh, he's tackled by McNeil. If I was ready for that to fall to McTominay, I would have scored it, but I wasn't prepared. Azpilicueta coming on and putting a block on immediately from Bellingham. Sancho aiming towards Benzema. Karim Benzema makes it 5, and that will do the trick. And it might be his first Premier League goal for Karim Benzema. I can't remember where he scored his other goal, but it is Karim Benzema who will see us get 5, a 5-star performance.
It's a great goal.
5 goals against Everton. And we are running riot. Karim Benzema finishing the job.
Oh my goodness, it's so one-sided. 5-0 in this match.
McTominay coming in, putting the pressure on. United might not be done yet. McTominay's really pushing for this. Why is it locked off him? I could have tackled there. Bellingham intercepts. Donny. Bellingham. Won't fault him, but we'll fault Alexander. Since he came on, hasn't really had anything to do. Hakimi. Bellingham. Donny. Sancho. Saved by Henderson. We are fucking magnificent today. I don't want to toot my own horn, but we have been world class. This might be the best United performance we've had. Aside from potentially the 6-0 against Chelsea last season, I still am in absolute shock how we did that away from home. That might be season 1, I can't remember actually, but we did do a 6-0 against Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. But this is probably the next best performance. Sancho, we'll go for Benzema again.
Now sending it in.
We will. Benzema, it's not going to fall. Alexander, Gvardiol, into the box, saved by Henderson again. I mean, even though we've scored 5, Henderson has been very good. It's just we've been so fucking non-stop shooting, non-stop scoring. I don't know why that's even been saved by Henderson. It's not on target. I just don't understand how we've been so good. I knew we would beat Everton. I don't want to be cocky and everything. I knew we would beat Everton. I just didn't think it'd be this one-sided. Sancho looking for Benzema again. It's actually looked into Upamecano. He's not going to get the shot off, and I think that'll do the trick for this game, ladies and gents, to be honest with you. Ben Yedder's got it. Oh, it's 6 minutes. I read that's 5. Why did I read that as 5?
Danger here as he runs at them.
And that will do it. Ben Yedder played it backwards when he could have maybe had a consolation there. It was a bit of a dumb move, but absolute dominance.
Full of energy and pace, and the midfield completely dominated the game. It was a great all-round performance.
Well,
a brilliant win
for
Manchester United. Jude Bellingham definitely broke out today, but it was a 5-star performance. I'm all concerned.
He was a threat, and he worked so hard for the team as well. What a good display that was.
Bellingham with a brace. Osimhen getting on the scoreline as well as Van de Beek, and a late one from Benzema as well. 5-0 here at Old Trafford.
Osimhen. Bruno Fernandes.
What a game. What a result, and what a dominant performance. 21 shots to... Bruv, was I playing the Everton under 21s or something? The Everton under 13s maybe? I thought bloody no. 73 to 27 in terms of possession. 21 shots to 3. 8.8 expected goals to 1.8. We were absolutely ridiculous. Like I said, that might be our best performance taking a look at the stats then. Man of the match goes to Jude Bellingham, of course. Who the fuck else can you give it to? He is becoming a very good player, very fast. And I think I have to keep with this one striker for as long as I can to accommodate Jude Bellingham. I called him Dude Bellingham there. But he is fucking coming along like he should be now. The injuries behind him and his best performances are yet to come as well, ladies and gentlemen. 8.8 for him on the day, though, with a brace to show for it. Marcus Rashford with an 8 rated and an assist. Victor Osimhen back amongst the goals, as well as assisting. 7.8 for the Nigerian striker. Bruno Fernandes, 7.4 with an assist, and I knew he had to come off. I knew he had to come off. Although, did I bring Van de Beek off as well? Oh no, I subbed Van de Beek on. Never mind, I'm dumb. But I knew he had to come off instead of Bellingham is what my point was. I was trying to make. Scott McTominay another solid CDM display. Sancho 7.3 and an assist. Karim Benzema coming off the bench to score and assist with a 7.3. A good little super sub there in that situation. Donny van de Beek as well, bagging with a 7.2. And the lowest rating probably will be David De Gea, just purely because he had nothing to do. And it wasn't even David De Gea, it was Donnarumma, because we didn't start De Gea, we started Donnarumma. And of course Alexander came on very, very late and didn't really need to do anything. So he's at 5.8. Kind of doesn't make any sense to have him as a 5.8, but you get what I mean. Man of the match, even though he conceded 5, was Dean Henderson with a 6.6 rating. Even though he had 5 conceded, like I said, 13 shots on his goal, he made 8 saves. He was very, very good. Maybe a bit hard done by the rest of his team. His team today were atrocious. Kramaric, who always seems to give us problems, didn't get a sniff. I don't think he even had a shot today. Didn't even have a shot today. Who had the shots for Everton? I know I don't really usually look at this. Trigueros with 2 shots, and then Michael Keane with the other one. There was really nothing from Everton, and they didn't deserve anything. Rightfully, we have destroyed them. West Brom and West Ham joined 2-2 at full time, and the other games going on. City will play Aston Villa later. We'll find out pretty soon if they will win their game. Maybe they do win their game.
Time for a few
we
questions.
could go top after that goal difference. Look at that, 5-0. Dominant. And Bellingham, standout performance. That might be the breakout performance that Jude Bellingham really needed. I'm going to give him his... I know we had a good team display, but I'm going to give him his props. It looked today as if Everton weren't ever going to be able to put your team under pressure, and the 5-goal margin proved that. It absolutely did. Rampant today. And they just couldn't... We dominated the game. We did. They couldn't even get into it. They had maybe like a couple of half chances, like I said. Trigueros having a couple of half chances, and I mean... Apparently Michael Keane had a shot, but it was just too good. We were just too good. Like I said, that might be the most dominant performance besides Chelsea one. We deserved our goals today. We could have probably had more if it wasn't for Dean Henderson. That could have been double figures if it wasn't for Dean Henderson, you know. Fucking
Thanks
ridiculous.
so much for your time.
I don't know what Man United that was, but I want that one every game, apart from besides the one that like it was against Leicester and Leeds. I want the one we had today. Take a look at the youth squad. Monthly report, an update on these players. Still progressing on here, still just ticking on by. Lembit Sarr looking sexy still. Ricky Sepp looking very good as well. Lembit Susar is what I really, really want to bring up. And potentially, maybe give him a CDM chance in like an FA Cup or a Champions League against Galatasaray or something, perhaps. Once he says he's getting impatient in the youth academy, I'm down to bring him up. Taking a look, Man City did win, but because we had such a humongous win over Everton, we will sit top at the end of game week 7. We'll sim through these and we'll get to the next game because it doesn't really matter. We've got Diaz transfer talks ending. Didn't want to go to America apparently, and LAFC have said nah fam, not for us. So let's take a look at the Greece lineup beforehand. We're not going to visual sim this because it doesn't matter. We are just going to quick sim it. We're just going to go with this squad. Fuck it. Doesn't mean anything. A 1-1 draw. Mavropanos scored for us. Ramsey scored for the Welsh. And we'll also have a game against Scotland here, I believe, before we face our next opposition in the league, which I don't know. It's Southampton. I do know who it is because it just came up there. So Scotland, quick sim this, and it will be a 1-1 draw as well. Cooper putting Scotland ahead with Gallinopoulos equalising for us, and we probably should have the win based on those stats, but just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. But up next, we will have Southampton. I believe they're kind of down the table a little bit. 14th place. Take a look at the table. We'll take a look at McTominay's message in a sec. But take a look at the table. Manchester United top the Premier League table with 18 points and a goal difference of 8 now after that astonishing win against Everton. Manchester City did win against Aston Villa, but it mustn't have been by much because they're now behind us. But what did they win by? 2-1 against Villa. Chelsea are in third. Spurs complete the top 4. Leicester and Liverpool sniffing about down there. Liverpool have clawed it back a little bit. So have Arsenal now up to 11th for the Gunners. And reading down in the relegation zone currently, still Wolves, still Sheffield United, and still Bournemouth. I'm assuming Sheffield United and Bournemouth will go down. I'm hoping for Wolves' sake they can dig their way out of relegation, but it's a bit weird this season. They've not been that good. Luis Diaz now top scorer on 7. We don't really have anyone in contention. We've kind of been sorry. Bear with me, guys. Team spirit at Man United slumps. Why? Reports coming out of Manchester United says the manager's got an unhappy dressing room on his hands. Senior players have to be unhappy about the lack of direction around the club and want to see changes made. The club captain is rumoured to be working hard as a go-between. He's trying to get the manager to take the squad's frustration seriously and find a way to lift morale. What the fuck do you mean? What is wrong with our... I mean, the Carabao Cup. If we're really fucking pissed off about the Carabao Cup, I apologise. I wasn't really taking that seriously. I don't think anyone does. But we are top of the league. We are ahead of Man City on goal difference. FA Cup we haven't done yet, fair play. Champions League, we're top of the group as well. We've only lost twice this season. Once to Leicester and once to Leeds. How is it that team morale is down? Hi boss, I hope you don't mind me catching you like this, but the lads have asked me to talk to you. They're a bit worried that the club isn't meeting their demands. This doesn't feel like a team that's motivated to win anything this season. We're hoping you'd be able to let us know what plans you have to improve the situation. But, Scott, mate, you're a good guy and I love you and everything. But what? How are we not motivated to win anything? Please explain. I need a full report on what you'd like. I've got it under control. I don't know what more I could do apart from beat Leicester and beat Leeds. But, like, we're top of the league. We're top of our Champions League group. We just dominated Everton, for fuck's sake. I don't know. I love how we don't have, like, one outright top scorer as well, by the way. Like, the goals are being shared about a bit more evenly. I do like having the top scorer, of course, but if everyone's chipping in and everyone's performing, I want to take a look at our personal player stats. That's not the one. The team stats is what I meant. I want to see where his goals have come from so far in the PL. We've got 14 of them. I know 3 have come from Bellingham and 3 have come from Bruno. I think 2 from Aussie Man. There we go, yeah. Bruno with 3, Bellingham with 3, Marcus Rashford with 2, Aussie Man with 2, Ronaldo, Benzema, Donny and Sancho all on 1 each. It's looking decent. It is looking good. Bruno with 6 contributions. Bellingham with 4 contributions in 5 matches. Bellingham's really fucking going for it, by the way. But I want to see what Wolves are doing besides Onuachu. Who else has scored? Adama's got 1 and Aït-Nouri's got 1. But Onuachu has been popping off for him. And they're still not doing very good. They've got Kevin Trapp, for fuck's sake. How are they in the relegation zone? I'm sure they'll claw it back, but look at some of the talent they've got. Aït-Nouri is probably going to be quite good overall by now. Adama, of course. Kevin Trapp, Connor Cody, Jesse Lingard, maybe we won't put in that talent bracket. But Bonatini, he seems like he's there. I don't really know who he is. Neves is still there. Semedo's still there. Dolberg has signed for him. I don't get why they're struggling. They've got so many good players. I don't know, but they'll probably sort it out. At the end of the day, it's not our business. It's Wolves' business to figure out. But ladies and gentlemen, that will end this episode. Somehow the morale is down, despite the fact we've got a 93 manager rating, top of the Premier League and top of our Champions League group. If the Carabao Cup means so much to them, you should have told me that beforehand, that I wouldn't have pissed around with it. But that will wrap up this one. I am going to save over. but the recording grind will continue. I'll probably record 2 more episodes today, which is the Tuesday. I'll record Friday's episode, and then probably first and Saturday's double upload. It's going to be a grind. Like I said, 4 episodes a day up until I go, which will be the Saturday. But, of course, it will still be... it should be enough. I should be able to record enough. I'm trying to say, I should be able to record enough to be able to get the schedule in the order it should stay in, if that makes sense. The schedule should stay the same. But we'll figure that out as we go. I'm sure we'll be able to do it, though. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, however. Big 5-0 win against Everton. And I'll see you next time when we go to